What it is, what it do, cyber world. Welcome to the Ash Said It show. I am your host, Ash Brown. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for all of your love and support. We are well over 1,800 episodes. Insane. I never in a million years thought that I would say those words. I didn't know that those could escape me. And yeah, 1,800 plus episodes, over 500,000 streams and growing. All of this is in really onto account of you guys. All your love, all your support. It's made this show possible. And I thank you all very, very much for that. Now, today, I have a guest that has been very difficult for me to track down, you guys. She has been moving and shaking everywhere and just making a big noise in a good way. In a really good way, keeping families together. And I don't know, just making sure that we have some really good treats and good snacks around. I am talking about founder and CEO of Josie's Best Gluten Free, Josie herself. Hey, Josie.
Hey there.
How are you?
I am very well, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. So, Josie, where are you today? Where in the world are you? Because I know that you're a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah, I'm in Sisters, Oregon, which is a small town in central Oregon. We're close to Bend, which would be kind of the most well-known town there.
Gotcha,
But very quaint little ski town here, although we have not an ounce of snow at the moment. So.
Ooh, okay. I think it's still kind of early. I'm in Georgia, and so temperatures have dropped down to like the 30s this week. We're like, kind of hating it.
Though.
How does the story for Josie's Best Gluten Free start? Where did it come from?
Well, it really starts out of my own needs. I grew up in a very foodie family. My dad is a chef and a restaurateur, and so cooking was a big deal always in my family, and especially big breakfasts on the weekends with family.
Yeah.
And so in my late teens, I was in college, and I've always had bad asthma, but I just had more and more tummy troubles, and I had migraines and just a bunch of stuff, and I think especially, eating dorm food and being at school exasperated a lot of that. And I came home from a vacation, and my mom was like, "You look terrible, and I think you should go see this homeopathic doctor." So I went and did that, and immediately he said, "I think you have food allergies." And so they put me on an elimination diet, which was really strict.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks, I had no migraines. I felt better. My skin was better. I felt like myself again. And I really never looked back from there. So that was really the catalyst for me. But unfortunately, at that time, I didn't get to enjoy so many of the foods that were A, delicious, and B, a big part of family life for us. I went on my own journey of trying to learn how to make some of those foods. Nothing serious. I ended up in a different career than I am now. And at a certain point, I met my husband and we moved in together. And I would make these breakfasts for us, as was our family tradition. But I would make him something, and then I would make myself something. It was real labor intensive. And one day he said, "This is so silly. Like, you should just make something we can both enjoy." And I thought, yeah, that sounds cool. So then I bought a million little bags of flours, and I made our pancake mix. And he loved it, but it was such a pain because I literally used all these little bags of things, and every time I had to put it together, and it was just, hard to do. And so then at another point, he said, "Why don't you just make more of it? Like, can we order a bunch of this stuff and just make a big bin?" Which for us at the time was about 5 pounds. So I did that, and we just thought that was super cool. And we gave it to some friends and family that maybe had some similar allergen needs, and we came up with our waffle mix. And this was literally just for my own needs and for our family. And at this point, we had 2 kiddos, and my dad, the restaurateur, said, "Hey, could I bring this to a restaurant to see if they'd like it?" And I said, "I guess so." And so he did that. They said, "Hey, when can you get this to us?" I said, "I have no idea. I don't do this." So fast forward a couple years. We literally let it go for a couple years, and I was pregnant with our 3rd kiddo, and I went into the same restaurant and said, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but, I had this pancake mix you tried." And he said, "Yes, I remember you. I still want this." And I said, "Okay, well, would you let me use your kitchens, and I'll figure out how to get licensed," and just, we were totally off the cuff just figuring this out. And he said, "Yeah, absolutely." So I would come in super early in the morning before my other job, and I would make them pancake and waffle mix, and then our crepe mix just for their restaurants. And that's really really how it all started.
Okay, so you're in this career, you're married, you got the three kiddos going at it, you're dealing with with career stuff, you're dealing with family stuff, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I want to turn this into a business. Maybe this is something that
Yeah,
I could do like for real, like for life.
exactly.
What
Yeah.
was the first major challenge that you remember when you were really starting out with Josie's?
I think the first thing that was just really a base need was when someone asked if they could buy it outside the restaurant. And we didn't want to say no because we were trying to build it, but we just had no idea
How to do it.
what to do. Right. So, I mean, literally, it was as simple as sitting down and Googling, like, what do I have to do this? Do I need a label? What are the restrictions? How do I get a label? You know, all of the above. It was figuring out serving sizes by going to the right website and researching it. And we didn't have any special skills for that other than a computer and just wanting to figure it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as time has gone on and you have learned so much in this industry and the ups, the downs, the in betweens, what can you recall as your proudest moment with the brand?
You know, I think our proudest moment, goodness, there's probably a lot.
Yeah.
I get very proud when I hear my children pitching to people that they should try our products. They're friends' parents and all these things, and they say, hey, they went out and bought it. And so that's a very personal, proud thing for me because I love that. But I think that when we get reviews from people who say, you know, I have a son who was recently diagnosed with celiac. We haven't found anything that he loved. And like, this literally brought tears to my eyes that he said he was eating pancakes like he remembered. Aww. Those are really special moments and really proud moments because I get that. You know, I was that person. I get that everyone wants yummy food to eat, but so many of the products that we've created surround these memories with family and family time, and that's really near and dear to all of our hearts here. Earlier in 2021, in January, we did Good Morning America's Steals and Deals.
Yeah.
And that was a gigantic undertaking for our little business, and it required a wild amount of hustle and all the things. And, you know, we pulled it off, and it went really well, and I was so incredibly proud of that.
Yes, that's a huge accomplishment because, like you said, with everything going on with the pandemic and small business just booming everywhere from all different aspects, for you guys to have that opportunity to get, connected with Good Morning America, that's huge. That's very, very big.
Huge, you know, and it felt like an opportunity we couldn't pass up, but it also was something that we had no idea how to put it together at that scale.
Yeah.
So again, you know, we just sat down and said, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to figure it out, and off we go. And it's really what we did.
I love it. I love it. Now, I was introduced to you guys last year when they did the gluten-free festival, and they were doing everything virtually. So people were getting shipments and stuff to our house, and so I got introduced to you guys by that. And I want to say about the mix, I love it. It's just you can kind of just like tailor it the way that you like it and make it nice and fluffy. It doesn't take much. It's you can't tell like, okay, this is gluten free. Like I was like, well, what's the difference? Because
awesome, good, I love it. That's what we want.
They're always just really light and fluffy. So I want to talk about some of the different products that you guys offer in addition to the waffle and the pancake mixes.
Sure. Yeah, so we also have our crepe mix, and that's very specific to what it is. We have a Crepe 101 video now that we filmed this year, and a little bit of guidance because sometimes if people aren't familiar with crepes, it feels maybe a little tricky, but you really don't need any special equipment to make our crepes. And like I said, we offer a lot of guidance on that. So that's the yellow bag. The pancake is the red bag. The waffle is the blue bag. And then our green bag, which is we call the muffin and more, is really a 1-to-1 flour blend. So there's no sugar, salt, or leavening in there. So we created it to be a mix for muffins, hence the name.
Right.
But then we got to working with it, and I was making pie crust and bread and all kinds of things with it. And so we realized we really needed to market it as, this all-purpose blend that you can do so much with. So we have lots and lots of recipes on the website. using that, and just all kinds of things and more getting added all the time.
Yes, yes, I absolutely love that. And it just the product itself speaks for itself, in all honesty.
Thank
Now,
you.
I want to talk a little bit about some of those recipes. Now, the holidays are coming up, people are going to have their holiday gatherings in a few weeks, and pancakes, of course,
Hmm.
that has to be on that right there is on the
Of
list of
course.
things. I mean, how can you have holidays without pancakes? But in addition to
Absolutely.
that, in addition to that, what are some really fun holiday treats that people can create with your product?
Yeah, so I mean, we try to create recipes with all of them, but
Hmm.
obviously we do the most with that muffin and more because we use it like flour.
Yeah.
So some really popular recipes around there would be our rollout cookies, just a classic Christmas cookie that you can
Mm.
decorate any way you like. We have a
Yeah.
really delicious roll that has yeast in it, so it's risen. It's light and fluffy. That is
Mm.
also vegan, so it works for
Ooh.
vegan diets, but also egg and dairy and gluten allergies. And all of our products are produced in a totally vegan facility. It's 100% egg free, dairy free, nut free, lots of frees in
Oh,
there. So those
yeah.
rolls work for so many people, and they're really, really delicious. My kids ask for them very much on the regular. And then also the pie crust. The pie crust is something that we have bakers and bakeries use, and people at home. It works so beautifully, and it's flaky and yummy and not hard like a lot of pie crust can get, like physically hard to chew.
Right.
It's tender and nice. So those are great. And then another really popular recipe that we see on the website during the holidays are our liege waffles. You ever had
Mm.
those?
No, what are these waffles?
Liege waffles are a yeast risen waffle, so you have to make it ahead of time. It does rise, and it also has pearl sugar in it, which are like little chunks of sugar. So when it cooks, it makes these little pockets of caramelized sugar within the waffle. That's a little thicker, a little yeasty because of the rising. It is so delicious.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Josie, I'm coming by for Saturday breakfast. I put that on
All
my
right, come
list.
on over. We are all about it.
I am here for it. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, Josie, what is up next for you guys? What can we talk about that may be on the horizon?
Yeah, so we just launched a new website in October.
Mm.
So we have all kinds of new information on there. It's aesthetically really beautiful. We worked really hard on the user experience, just being really easy to navigate. And a
Right.
big thing we did was recipe filtering. So now you can filter by
Ooh.
allergen, by type of recipe, by mix. So that's really exciting. That's there now. We have some
Okay.
fun holiday deals there right now as well. And in the new year, we have a breakfast club coming, which is like a subscription
Ooh.
plan. And that's sort of a little bit of a secret still, but that will be coming soon.
Mm.
So people can just place their orders and then place the intervals that they wanted, and it will be coming to your house.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. You guys got it figured out, Josie. I like
I'm not sure we
that.
have it figured out. We have a lot of big ideas, and we work hard on it. How's
Yes,
that?
yes. And you're definitely moving in the right direction. Josie, thank you so much for joining us today. We
Oh, it's
appreciate
so my
you.
pleasure. Thank you.
Not a problem. And let everyone know again, what's the best way for them to get more information and how to follow you guys on social media?
So on social media, we are at Josie's Best GS, and then you can find us online at josiesbestgs.com.
I love it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.